we're taking your plant and garden questions today for Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company.
Yeah, email us your questions for Lisa at tips@channel3000.com. We have a lot to ask her, so send those questions in.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. You're looking very festive at the Bruce Company. I love your decorations. It looks
Always.
great. Okay,
I know. We're outside, so it's, yeah.
You're bundled up.
Very sparkly out here.
Our first question is from Gail. She says she has 2 amaryllis plants. Last year, one bloomed and one didn't, but they both had healthy leaves. So how can she get the second one to bloom?
So if she has not done the rest period yet, then she wants to do that. So how you do that, Gail, is you cut back the foliage, and you can either leave it in the pot or take it out of the pot and let it rest. It needs to be in a dark, airy, dry place for about 12 weeks. And that's what sets the flower bud. And then you repot it, water it once, put it in a warm place, and once you see the leaf or the flower bud start to pop out of there, then bring it into the light and water it regularly, and then you should get flowers. But it does need that rest period.
Interesting. Okay, so Christy...
Yeah, if she hasn't done that yet, then she will not get flowers by Christmas, but certainly she can get flowers in late winter, and they're just as pretty then.
Great.
Very nice. Okay, so Christy has a question. She wants you to talk about bottom watering and which plants to use it on and which ones to avoid using it on.
Okay, so the reason people do bottom watering, which means you put the water in the bottom and then set the plant so it absorbs it up through the drainage hole, is because there are some plants that do not like getting wet. So I'm talking about anything that's got like hairy or furry foliage, like African violets or begonias. Also, there are plants that have very fibrous roots, and they take up a lot of space in the pot. So we're talking about things like ferns, where if you put the water in the pot, it kind of runs out. So those are the plants that you want to bottom water. The things that you don't want to are any things that are like succulents or cactus or any kind of plant that likes drier conditions. It's not going to like a bottom watering. It's going to be water from the top till it drains through, and then let it dry, maybe the top couple of inches, and then you can re-water it.
All right, very good. Michael has our next question. He wants to know, how do you overwinter a mandevilla plant indoors?
Okay. So mandevilla, or mandevilla as some people call it, is a tropical sort of clambering viney plant. And it gets big flowers in the summer and blooms all summer. We sell it here in the garden center as a tropical. So you're going to want to have it inside in your very, very sunniest window and in a warm spot, but so not anywhere where there's a draft. It was probably going to lose a lot of leaves and get kind of leggy. That is normal as it adjusts to the light in your house, and so you may need to cut it back. Once we get to about the end of February or earlier March, then you can start fertilizing it, and you should get new growth, and then you can put it back outside once the night temperatures are reliably around 50 degrees.
All right, and so John has a little story for us. He's been plant sitting a tomato plant, probably going to stay with him. He says he waters it twice a day and it just keeps growing taller, but it's not producing any tomatoes. So he wants to know what he can do to help it along.
Well, if John has this tomato plant indoors, he probably does not have enough light to develop flowers or fruit. Unfortunately, tomatoes are not meant to be a house plant.
Sorry, John. There's no secrets, huh? No insider garden secrets.
I don't think so. No, I mean, he might get a few anemic blossoms, but he probably doesn't have enough light in his house to ripen fruit unless he has like a greenhouse or sort of a really well-windowed sunroom.
Okay.
So he might need to go to the grocery store for some tomatoes.
Yes, exactly. Let's try to get Karen in
here.
Try
hydroponics.
Yeah, right. Karen would like to know, why does her tropical hibiscus get yellow leaves with spots?
Well, if she gets that when she's bringing it indoors, a lot of it, again, is lack of light. A lot of these plants, tropical plants that we have outdoors in the summertime, really do not like the indoors. So the yellow leaves are pretty typical. Again, just like the mandevilla, leaves are going to fall off and it's probably going to get leggy. So just keep an eye on it. Give it a good haircut when we get to, like I said, beginning of March, late February, and then start feeding it. Once you put it outside, it'll be fine.
Yeah, tropicals in Wisconsin winter are a tough combination.
No. Yeah.
Well, that's all
There's
the
a
time.
reason for that.
Yeah, that's all the time we have for questions today, unfortunately. Thanks for your questions, though, everybody. Lisa, we will do this again very soon. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, nice gloves,
Yeah,
by the way.
I'll see you guys before Christmas.
Okay, that's good. Very good. And we'll be right back.